Alright, let's have a little chat. How did you make it this far in life successfully booking flights and packing tiny shampoo bottles without knowing what that little airplane icon on your phone actually does? Today, I'll explain airplane mode to you like you're 5 years old, and by the end of this, you'll be able to confidently tap that button without the irritational fear that you're about to accidentally deploy the plane's emergency slides. So, what is this magical button? Think of your phone as a very, very chatty toddler. It's always talking, always listening, and always trying to get attention. I mean, it's constantly shouting, it's whispering, and it's trying to connect with things. Airplane mode is the be quiet button for your phone. When you press it, you're telling your phone to stop all its chattering. You're putting it in timeout basically, so that it doesn't bother anyone. I mean, the phone itself still works. You can still play games or look at pictures that you already have. You just can't talk to the outside world, and the outside world can't talk to you. It's like putting a do not disturb sign on your phone's soul. Now, why does anyone care if your phone is chatty on a giant flying metal tube? I mean, is the pilot trying to concentrate on a crossword puzzle? Well, not quite. The big airplane is also very chatty. It has its own important conversations happening all the time. I mean, the plane is talking to people on the ground, it's listening for directions, and it's using its own special signals to know where it's going. And the worry, especially back in the old days, was that all of our little chatty phones could create a big cloud of electronic noise. Imagine 100 people in a library all whispering at the same time. One whisper is fine, sure, but 100 whispers become a distracting hum. And the fear was that this hum from all the phones could make it harder for the plane to hear its important instructions. So, airplane mode tells your phone to shut off all its talky parts. And let's break down what those talky parts are. First, there's the biggest mouth on your phone, the cellular connection. This is how your phone makes calls and gets internet when you're out and about. I mean, your phone is basically screaming into the void, looking for a cell tower to scream back. It sends out a signal, a big, "Hello, is anyone out there?" And a tower on the ground says, "I hear you, little phone, let's talk." When you turn on airplane mode, it tells your phone to stop screaming for a cell tower. It puts digital duct tape over its biggest mouth. This is the main reason for the rule. The signal that your phone uses to find a tower is very strong, and a plane full of phones all searching for a signal at once is a lot of electronic shouting. The next talky part is Wi-Fi. I mean, you know Wi-Fi. It's your phone's inside voice. Instead of shouting for a big tower miles away, it whispers to a tiny little box in your house or at a coffee shop. The box is the router, and your phone whispers, "Hey, little box, can I have some internet?" And the box whispers back, "Sure thing, pal." It's a much quieter, more local conversation. When you turn on airplane mode, it also tells your phone to stop whispering to Wi-Fi boxes. It shuts down that ability completely, so no more whispering for the internet. And then there's Bluetooth. Bluetooth is your phone's ability to pass notes in class. It's for very short-range conversations with its closest friends, like your wireless headphones, your car, or your fancy watch. Your phone's not shouting or whispering into the room, it's just passing a very tiny secret note directly to the device sitting right next to it. It's a very private, very quiet chat. Airplane mode, in its strictest sense, tells your phone to stop passing notes. It cuts off Bluetooth as well, so no more secret messages to your headphones. So, to recap the quiet time, airplane mode shuts off cellular, it shuts off Wi-Fi, and it shuts off Bluetooth. It turns your super connected device into a lonely little island that can only entertain itself with things that it already has stored inside it. No calls, no texts, no internet, no streaming. Just you and that game you downloaded but never played. Now, here's where it gets a little more interesting, because things have changed. The idea that your phone could actually interfere with a plane's systems is becoming less of a concern. Modern airplanes are built like tanks. Their important systems are shielded, meaning that they have electronic earplugs in, protecting them from all of our digital noise. So, is the rule just a habit that we can't break? Well, kind of. It's a better safe than sorry situation. I mean, nobody wants to be the person whose phone might have caused a tiny blip on the pilot's screen. The flight attendants ask you to do it, so you do it. It's like when your mom told you not to swallow your gum because it would stay in your stomach for 7 years. I mean, it wasn't actually true, but you listened anyway because she was the boss. Because planes are safer now, the rules have relaxed a little bit. And this is the part that confuses everyone. You've probably seen it. I mean, the flight attendant says, "Please switch all devices to airplane mode." You press the little airplane button, and then a few minutes later they say, "You may now use approved electronic devices." And you see the person next to you happily scrolling through social media. So, what gives? This is because you can cheat. Well, I mean, it's not really cheating if they let you. I mean, after you've put your phone into its quiet timeout corner with airplane mode, you can often manually turn Wi-Fi and Bluetooth back on. Think of it like this. Mom sent you to the room for being too loud, and the main rule is no shouting to your friends down the street. That's the cellular connection, and it has to stay off. But mom might say that it's okay to whisper to your brother in the next room or pass a note to your teddy bear. That is Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Many airlines now actually have their own Wi-Fi on the plane that you can buy, so they need you to be able to turn your Wi-Fi back on to connect to it. And the same goes for Bluetooth. If you want to listen to music with your wireless headphones, you need to turn Bluetooth back on. So, the modern process is this. Step 1, press the airplane button. This shuts everything off at once, which is the big, important safety step. Your cellular signal is off. Your phone stops shouting. Step 2. After the plane is in the air and the crew says that it's okay, you can go back into your settings and wake up the whispery parts. You can toggle Wi-Fi back on to buy the plane's internet, and you can toggle Bluetooth back on to connect your headphones. The cellular radio, the loudest part, remains off and silent, and your phone is still in airplane mode, but with a couple approved exceptions. It's like being in a timeout, but you're allowed to read a book quietly. There are also some nice side effects to using airplane mode, even when you're not on a plane. Because your phone isn't constantly screaming for a signal, it saves a ton of battery. I mean, if you're somewhere with terrible service, your phone's working extra hard, draining its battery just looking for a tower to talk to. Putting it in airplane mode tells it to stop trying, which can make your battery last much, much longer. It's also the ultimate leave me alone button. If you need to focus on something without any dings, buzzes, or temptations from the internet, airplane mode is your best friend. And finally, it can be a quick fix. If your phone is acting weird and just can't find a signal even though it should, toggling airplane mode on and then off again forces it to restart all of its little talky parts. It's like telling your computer, "Have you tried turning it off and on again?" And so, there you have it. The scary little airplane button is just a glorified mute switch. It's the inside voice command for your phone. It tells the cellular, the Wi-Fi, and the Bluetooth radios to take a nap so they don't potentially annoy the very important radios of the giant airplane that you're sitting in. See, that wasn't so hard. The little airplane button just puts your phone in timeout so it stops shouting, whispering, and passing notes. And now, you understand that you're not arming a weapon. You're just telling your phone to be quiet for a little while. You are officially an expert in being a considerate passenger at 30,000 feet. So go forth and fly confidently, you master of silent technology.